than a tweet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I agree that you can't do everything face to face.
No, not everything.
Yeah, not everything can't be, because you want to get together. Like on the cruise, we're not going to be social media with the cruise. When it comes down to play dominoes, there's going to be some of those we're going to get together. But when you say that in order for you to really be an effective participant in this, you must schedule a time in your day, set your family aside, get in your car and drive from wherever you drive for, so you can come here and meet, so I can read a PowerPoint to you. That's not really effective.
No, I gotta disagree with that one, only because of the simple fact is, I'm not saying all the time, either initial or after possibly an initial tweet, text, or Facebook post,
We're on the same
then
page.
after that, you gotta do a fake, you can't, especially because, I mean, I as a teacher, I know parents appreciate that.
Yeah.
They appreciate the fact of, if, say for instance, they can't come to none of the parent-teacher conferences between the school hours, right? They appreciate the fact that at home, right before Scandal come on, I call them and tell them about their child, and we do our parent-teacher conference over the phone, because now, you know, they've gotten home from work. Or I call them at 6 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying, versus 9 o'clock and they're already at work. You see what I'm saying? Or sometimes I will work late at school and wait for a parent who gets off at 5, can make it back over this side of town at 6.
I'm in agreement.
You know,
I'm in full agreement. All we're talking about now is just, you know, we're on exactly the same page.
Yeah.
But what I'm talking about doing is eliminating a lot of the waste that we have, you know, and becoming much more. For instance, when you start talking about, I'm in favor of this. I think that all teachers should be able, when you fill out that grievance, fill out that discipline referral, the parents immediately receive an automatic email. Your child has got a discipline referral, instead of having to wait and wait.
But whose responsibility is that? Let's get
Wait,
that.
let's fight after. We go.
No, it's not a fight, but I'm just saying. But, okay,
Principal says it to me, and I immediately forwarded it to my children. I don't know about y'all.
okay, right. But see, like he said before, sometimes, you know, it's not enough time in a day. And I believe if the AP is over discipline and I write up that discipline referral, that may be something that assistant principals should do, because I still have a room of 22.
Yeah, right.
You know,
They want
I
us mean,
to
stop teaching
yeah,
and call the parent.
thank you,
and
right.
say, we just
Really?
wrote your child up.
Exactly.
That
But
doesn't
meanwhile,
work.
back on the ranch, you sent that kid back to my class.
Right.
In
You know what I
5
mean?
minutes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
those are-
And
but
gonna
those
tell me I need to use a black ink pen instead of a blue one on this referral slip. Okay.
But those are the kind of things, because we're on the same page. Listen, hey.
And don't use the word bully.
Yeah, don't
No,
use that. This
Wow.
might, you know, I'm just saying, it's just,
Hey,
you
but
know.
we are
Don't put,
99.
all I'm saying is, Mr., what's your name again?
I don't know if I should tell you.
Let me find out.
Joe.
Joe, all right, Joe. We're putting extra stuff on our plate now.
No,
okay?
I didn't, because I think
great
that
ideas.
the referral
You
needs to
know.
go through the principal's office first to determine what they're gonna do.
I feel
But
like
once it's dealt with, then the parents should be notified. But those are the things that we work out, how is it gonna be done, because I'm on
chain
the
of
same
command.
page.
You know, I
I'm on
love
the
a chain
same
of
page.
command, veteran. We
Yeah.
love a chain of command.
Because they had on the board in this room I was in, it said, here's the discipline plan, child gets a warning, and then number 2, you stop and call the parent.
Right,
How am
yes.
I gonna stop in the middle of class to call the parent? I have 5 kids disrupting. How do I stop? That's ineffective. It doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work like that, so let's change it around. But let me keep going, but I'm
apologize.
with you on that. No, apologize as we want. That's what we need. You know, so, because see, when we get through with this, if I don't hurry and get through with it, I'm gonna have to deal with somebody, I don't wanna say who it is, because I'll get in trouble, but I'm gonna have to deal with somebody, it's gonna be like, you wait over. I don't wanna say who it is.
She know we here till 12.
But, get me in
I
trouble.
believe we're finishing early.
So we submit a list, but we're on the same page, really we are. And that's what's important too. We need people that are not afraid to say, well, I disagree.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, just because I said it, that's not truth. That's just one perspective. We need people that ain't scared. And that's, you know, once we get in, we bounce it around, but then we walk out the door, on the same page. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
that's the process.
Communication rules and
Yeah, and if you're afraid to have somebody object to what you're saying,
Say it again. Say it again.
Communication rules the nation without hesitation.
yes, Chicago.
I'm your poet in residence.
So event planners, so that way we want to get a list when we have an event to try to accumulate a list of people who are going to come and send us the name, or you can walk it over and deliver it face to face. But send it to us. That's the next thing. So that's the main thing, team building. That's how we build our team. Involvement, back up here. We want to measure involvement. by promoting our campus rankings. We have a way to rank everybody so we can say, okay, this campus is at this level, this campus at this level, because we want to have a friendly competition amongst us to be the very best campuses, you know, and we want to track that. And then there's a scrum. We want to submit a scrum report to see how this works. What it is, it comes from the IT industry where everybody comes to the meeting, they stand up, nobody sits down. You can look it up on the internet. Nobody sits down. You answer 3 questions. Number 1, what did you do yesterday? But in our case, it'd be what did you do last week or this week? What are you going to do next week? And then what can the supervisor, coordinator, whatever, do to help you get it done? That's it. No lengthy reports. And then after that, you go and you deal with all the other stuff. So we want to submit electronic scrum reports, but then again, if you want to walk it in, you can walk it in. But that's a way for us to be able to keep track of what's going on, and you'll start noticing and monitoring yourself. What did you do last week? Nothing. Next week. What did you do next week? Nothing. Nothing. You start noticing yourself. Knowledge of results increases motivation. I didn't get stuff done. And we'll just give points for it. You turn it in, you get points. You don't turn it in, you don't get points. It's going to hurt your overall score. And of course, you want to be able to be competitive. So that's what the Scrum report is. Growth. We're measuring growth. What does it mean?
Excuse me.
Wrong page here. We want to score 70. 75%, they say that's successful people score 75. We lowered it to 70 till we get in the hang of things, get in the groove of all the stuff that we do. Knowledge of results. Each week, we want to compile those Scrum reports and be able to give a report, you know, on ourselves. You get what you measure. So we want to measure our performance. Progress is posted on our VR Success Wall of Fame. And that Wall of Fame, let me show you that right now. We color-coded it. And what this is, it allows us to be able to just look in the room in there, you'll see it, it's not done yet. But the gold represents folks that are operating at that level, 55 is the green. These may change, the colors may change, but just catch the concept. So that you can see, what school?
HomeQuest.
We don't have that on here, somebody else, Ollie. Where's Ollie operating?
35%.
35%.
L6
L6 at
at 20.
20, and I just wrote, this has no bearing on reality yet. I just put them in here. I don't even see LC. But at any rate, so we can just look at the board. What color do we want that whole board to look like at the end of the day?
Gold.
We want it to be gold, or as close to it as we can. And the white means we haven't done the most basic thing yet. So anybody that has white says that they haven't even got started. And getting started means we got at least 1 new member.
Where's AMS up there, sir?
AMS, you don't see it?
Out from back here.
Okay, and then we go.
Well, I just wrote some names in the school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is not real.
Okay, this is real.
That's not real.
Okay.
It's a demo. It's a demo.
Yeah, but you see, I gave you gold because you just told us you home monitor, you don't play, so I don't want to start nothing.
Okay,
I don't start nothing. But that's not, you know, but it just lets us look and see that, okay, we know that one of the schools that we know we have to deal with. We got to deal with Taylor. They haven't got their 1 person. Albright didn't get their 1 person. Transportation. But again, those names just. But we just threw that in there. This has no bearing on reality. I just put the names in there. But that's what it looks like. It's going to be on the wall. So when you come in, you'll be able to look at that wall and say, okay, that's where I'm at. So monthly, we want to update that monthly. Quarterly, we'll take all that information, compile it quarterly, so we can see where we are quarterly because you get what you measure. Feeling tone, the 3rd element of motivation. We want to get some ID badges for the BR. So when the gold badges walk in, you know, you all have your badges in. And I'm not going to tell you which one, but I think it was either Miss Taylor or Miss Spencer suggested that we get some Flavor Flav big clocks. You know, how many want a Flavor Flav big clocks?
No.
None of us.
That says BR.
No, I'm a bougie person from Hyde Park. I
Can't wear the big Flavor Flav clock. But we'll get some nice badges. You know, probably not the metal type that they have. We need something that's less expensive because what happens when you're BR today and gone next week? You spend all that money on badges. But something simple but still nice. It says something about who our BRs are, so we want to wear it. And then 2015-16, why do we wait for other folks to recognize what we do? We need to recognize what we do ourselves. So we need to start working on our awards banquet to recognize our own accomplishments amongst ourselves. Teacher of the Year. We should have our own Teacher of the Year. We don't have to wait on the school.
Yeah, because you got a kiss.
I want to be on that committee.
That's another whole.
Well, just remind me about that. We'll talk after this too.
Yes,
It's
yes.
principal likes.
But it needs to be something
I like
nice.
awards. I like to do
And
that.
I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
let me just say,
Now, jazz
this
it
is
up.
another agenda here. When you're looking at this Teacher of the Year, because we hear about it all the time. the board needs to change that because it's such a buddy system of who the principal likes, who,
Right,
you know, I mean,
right,
and like, if the
right.
staff likes this
Popularity.
teacher, I mean,
Yeah,
but
it
who's
is a
really
popularity
doing a good
contest.
job? Who's a master teacher on that campus? People should really be rewarded for their work, and it's not happening. See,
And
And I think it should be based on military, above and beyond the call of duty. Who is going above and beyond the call of duty?
see, and
Because everybody can come to work from 7:40
see, and this
to
is where
3:40,
AFT
whatever your
comes in with the
contract
power
is.
of the teachers and parents in the community. We can change this. See, this is what we're talking
Right.
about, changes that make a difference. We run this district, as Earl said, we're gonna take charge of this district. And we're gonna have input, and if we can meet with the school board and get them on the same, they don't have any other choice, right?
they don't.
This
They're
is where we're
public
gonna go. We're
servants.
gonna do things
Exactly.
the
They work
right
for
way.
us.
Exactly.
And
Right.
parents. So we need to treat
And
them
at
like
that awards banquet, we should have a Parent of the Year award too.
all of that. We will see. It's easier to show them than tell them. We just show them what it looks like.
Right, exactly.
You know when the principal's gone, Mr. Hamid, anytime a principal's gone, usually the school is going to run because you know who runs it? The teachers.
Everybody.
And we had no problem.
We run it, and usually it's even run better. You know, with all that madness. You know, so we'll have our own awards banquet, something nice, and we'll show them better than we can tell them. And I forgot what I was going to say next, but that's okay. But anyway, we want to have. You're from New York,
All day, Bronx.
Bronx, Lincoln
Oh,
Hospital.
Lord.
Boogie
Upper,
down.
upper or lower?
Lincoln
Upper
Hospital.
Bronx or lower?
South Bronx.
Oh, South, okay.
Okay,
Northeast.
All
Got
right.
it too.
y'all stop.
Northeast.
I just left it this a couple weeks ago. Negative feeling tone.
Get a rope.
Negative feeling tone is not always when you're beating up on somebody. That's not. I don't want to get all into describing what negative feeling tone is, but basically here's what we described as. When you come in and you look at that board and you see your school is at the bottom, everybody else ahead of you, there's gonna be a little negativity feeling in like, I don't really want to be at the bottom. Well, that's gonna motivate you to want to come on up, you know, or quit. And either one is fine, you know. Seriously, either one is fine.
Lisa jumped over here.
No, I'm real. I may not believe in Christ and Bible, but there's something the Bible says that I'd rather for you to be hot or cold. Because if you're hot, you're already on fire. But if you're cold, then I can work with you. But if you're in the middle thinking you all that, you're really not all that, it's hard to get through to people like that. So it's better to work with us or quit. We love you. But let's you're either on the way or in the way. Reward, intrinsic reward. We know what that is. BR of the month. You need recognition for what you do. It's not easy work because you're going to be a target on your campuses. We want high school BR, middle school, elementary, so forth and so on. Recognition. Put it in our yearbook. Ability to give recognition to you. We need to give you some things that you can pass on to the people on your campuses. That empowers you. You know, it's a good feeling to be able to give people stuff, whatever it is. And then a family recognition program. We need to take into account that while you're here, you're not with your family. There's a price for this. And so we want to recognize the families that support us going over here dealing with all this madness at school. You know, I remember I used to come home. My wife had to understand, look, don't talk to me for an hour. Don't ask me a question. I'm in DC4, I'm asking question. You better answer in the way that you're building the kids up, and you know that's a bunch of crap. But you have to say, it's good, little Johnny, how you stopped choking him. You know, that kind of stuff like that. It's good that you stopped at 5 minutes instead of 7, you know. But then when my wife gets in and says, would you like something to eat? Look, don't ask me stuff like that, you know. Because you got to have time to go home and wind down. Don't ask me the simplest question. So we need to recognize that families support us, you know.
So we're gonna have a picnic. I'm mean on the grill. I know how to smoke meat. Texas taught me that.
We can do it.
All right. Yeah, we can talk about that. That sounds good.
No, for real, you gotta have a picnic. Seriously, I'm dead about
I'm for real about this stuff.
I know.
Look, this happens because of you.
Yes.
It happens because of you. You know, it's not just, hey, I'm just handing down a bunch of stuff. We just set up a framework.
And in the summer too, though, because that's when you really, it should be the summer. Even though it's hot, it should be the summer. We got some parks with sprinklers in it.
Extrinsic, cash. Everybody can stand a little cash. And I think Veronica said something about if you recruit members, $5 or $10 or something. I don't know. But
Oh,
we look at some
referral fee?
cash incentives of some sort. You know it's not going to be a lot, but it's better to get a little something than nothing, you know. Success yearbook. I really wish I can go back now and look at the people that I worked with on my first campus 20 years ago. You know, the people that we're in this room with now. You know, we're going to go on 10 years and be able to look back and say, hey, remember so and so and so. So we want to build our own yearbook, and that's the stuff we'll put online, or we can do it, you know, like
Hard copy.
we'll put it online so that way you can always look at it and say, this is where I was. This is your life. Who's writing your life history?
Right.
This is a part of it. So we write our own life history. And how to get off that page. I see you looking at your watch. Let me get off of this. Plaques, you know what plaques do. Brand page on Facebook or GoDaddy where we have who we are in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Gift certificates, meals. Level of concern. How do we raise our level of concern? The Scrum style, when you have to know you have to fill it out, you at least know you should have filled it out even if you don't. That raises your level. Let me at least get one in, you know. And then campus visitations. We want to be able to come to the campuses so that you all will know we're on campus. We're looking at what's going on. We're seeing what's happening, you know, so you know that people are around.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, not just to get you. 'Cause, I mean, you're the BR. We're there to help. But if you know we're coming, it's gonna be, you know, you're gonna be on top of your stuff that you might not have done. You
Not
might have done.
really.
What's that? You said not really?
Wait,
I'm talking about the normal folks, not Chicago people, not New Yorkers. I'm talking about the regular
did
folks.
you see what you did?
That's why I moved down here. It was too rough back there. Gamification is a business term. Frequent flyer miles, that's a game. Earning these points, that's a game. So we just took a lot of what we're doing and turning it into a game so we can earn points and compete. It's a lot of fun. It's a big industry, multi-billion-dollar industry. And we're just using some of that same strategy. Career development, of course, in education, so that when you leave here, you're top-notch. People need to know that not only were you in A-Leaf, that used to mean something before. These people from A-Leaf. But now that you're from A-Leaf, AFTSE. So we want that to be the cream of the crop when you leave here. Personal development, time management, things like that. So we're not just looking at getting these benefits. We want you to be better at whatever it is you want to do. And especially as one that's in entrepreneurship and business. A couple of you might have some businesses. We need to try to help you with that as well. Here's some of the classes, workshops, earning a second income in your spare time. I know you don't have any spare time, but probably no second income. But anyway, that's what we'll work on. Idea generation, how to turn your ideas into income. Take your business plan, first do a model. It's much easier, simpler, costs less. And then also to look at yourself as a business. You need to look at yourself and determine what's your value proposition. What do you offer? Not just to the school, but to other people. You need to know who you are because every day you come out, you're marketing. You know, you are who you are. You need to know your value. So we want to help build that into who we are and what we offer. Market planning, 7 sentences to sell anything you want to sell. And then next level, wherever you are in business or wherever you want to be, let's try to get to the next level, strategic planning. And this goes back to the same thing, personal development, time management, family life, and then this is one we really want to try to pull off here. Oops, there's the cruise. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, if we can get on that cruise, I mean, they have some cruises going out of Miami that was $125 for 4 days, you know, which is really nice.
$99 out of Houston if you use your AFT card.
See,
Yeah,
well, that's kind of stuff we do.
Yeah.
A trip to,
Yeah, so
Wait. Back up, say that again.
It's
What Friday,
the weekend cruise from Galveston, $99. You leave Friday and you come back Sunday.
Right.
And you go where?
Just go.
Cozumel or
Wherever.
they got a couple of different
For
little
weekend.
ports.
but see, that's fun stuff to do. We get out there on the cruise,
People don't know
24
that.
hours,
People don't know
7,
that.
No, they
24/7
need to go to the
cruise.
AFT line like I do. Get on your computer, go and I got this new thing called Airbnb. I don't go to hotels no more. I go rent me a house for $200.
That's right.
I got all my kids, everybody, and their families. Y'all, everybody put in the pot. We go stay at a house. We ain't
Vacation
staying in a
rental.
hotel.
Yes.
Boom. And we don't even have to clean the house up before
Right.
we leave.
Wash and dry everything.
That's kind of stuff we want to do. A trip to Broadway, you know, go back to New York, see a Broadway
Oh,
play on the
that's
weekend.
right.
Oh no, I would be
Yeah.
at the Negro Ensemble.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Going to where?
The Negro Ensemble Theater.
At,
You can do
in,
both,
in
but
New
you
York.
gotta go see a Broadway play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
just because
no-
it's Broadway.
yes,
Yeah, it's
it's
part of
Broadway.
the culture. It's part of the culture. But anyway.
And Brandy was just on Chicago too. She played Roxy.
My daughter's
Brandy, the
going to
singer.
Chicago in March.
Okay.
She's going to march in the St. Patty's Day parade.
Okay, make
Wow.
sure she
Yeah.
has on thermal underwear.
Okay.
What?
Hey,
2 pair.
when,
Thank you.
Two bear.
when they had their last election, a friend of mine from New Orleans went up there for the inauguration. I didn't go because I knew it was gonna be cold. I'm not to see Barack. I'm gonna watch him on TV, so I'm not
Exactly.
He went up there and had some little regular street shoes and some socks. He said he spent most of his time shopping for boots.
I'm trying to tell
My
you.
wife went up there. We went to Oklahoma and it was snowing, so she hadn't been in the snow. She had on some tennis shoes. She said, "But I'm gonna put on 3 pairs of socks." I'm like, "Go ahead, put it on." You know,
Y'all cray.
you don't know nothing about snow. But anyway, that's that. Any questions?
Yes.
No questions?
Well, I have some, but you got another presentation?
Yeah, let her finish
Okay,
this
go
and
ahead,
then we'll leave questions.
Because then after that, we can stick around and we talk. I know
Yeah, we're
she's,
gonna,
I already see. You already
Just
told
hold
me
the
that.
packet real quick.
See, y'all talking about me bad, see, that's what I'm saying.
No, it wasn't
No,
bad.
that-
I
that's
want
anything
to, I
bad.
know y'all love me.
Nobody
Sure
said anything
do.
bad.
I had to give you all your, and I'm gonna go over the content of your packet. Everybody should have received a blue ticket. Hold on to that number. We're gonna use it at the end. Alright, make sure. Bag here. Alright, in front of you is a binder so that you are able to keep up with the materials that you might need for prospective members and our current members. You should see a sleeve with the roster of the people that we had as of this weekend who have who are current on your campus. We ask, after the first week of returning to work on the 17th, to check to make sure that those people are still actively on your campus. There's also going to be something in your packet. It's a gold in some goldenrod colored slips that you collect this information from the membership,
Okay.
so that we have their correct name spelling, phone numbers. Because when we need to contact them, or you need to call them and ask them, can you help by participating in this event, or whatever, we need to send them information, as Mr. Jones mentioned, via social media and or email or what have you, then we have the correct way to communicate to them or with them. So that's going to be something for the active members. The other thing for active members is it's a white sleeve, the sheets and the sleeves with the white pages in them. If you have not, someone on your staff probably has had an issue during the school year. This is the form that the grievance committee here at AFT, or Alief AFTSE, needs to have done by the person experiencing the difficulties. It's good to write it down. You can give them one of these so that they can start writing down and gathering their thoughts and recollecting what actually happened from the beginning to the end, and to also provide any documents that can support what their cause or the nature of the cause is. The easiest way to get this information to the grievance committee is to scan it, and or we're working on getting it electronically so that they can fill it out and submit it to them, because sometimes these things you aren't able to make that phone call until at the end of the school day. And sometimes we go home and we're not here. Now you can fax this to us, but the grievance committee doesn't always come to the office every day. The fastest way for them to know of a situation is to have it done via email. And the website for that, let me get that
It's
marker.
issues.
The schools doesn't have a scanner, usually.
Well,
It's like part of the
You
copier
can-
machine
I'm
though.
outside people.
It's part of the copier machine
I need that,
Which one?
in the workroom, the teacher's
that marker,
workroom.
the
You can
dry
go
erase
in there.
marker, so I can
Yeah.
write them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
All
going
those
to,
recall machine, they have scanners on it.
And I'm not saying that you have to, I don't know if you're able to at home, but at least you can go onto the website for issues, and it can be submitted that way.
Right.
Like I said, we're working on making this form available online so that you can get it to the committee that way. Because if it's in the evening and you don't, after you've had to deal with the situation and you've finally gotten yourself together enough to put your thoughts on paper, it may be 8, 9 o'clock at night. But if you email it via the issues website, then the person that's on the committee will check the web to see anything new has come up. Then your information can be looked at and the process begun as soon as possible. Because there are timelines that are involved with this for you to make a response to things and to turn things in and to know whether what needs to be moved to the next level. On the back side of it are the hints and processes, or how the process works, I should say, and some of the deadlines that might be involved in it. And you don't have to read through this right now, and I'm not going to read it to you, but it's information that they can have in hand, and to help you all keep up with all of that, we felt it would be a good idea to keep it in a binder, in a sleeve, so that it doesn't get lost, misplaced, or what have you. And I know you'll be collecting all kinds of papers in the next few days, or next few weeks. This is the website.
That's an email address.
This is an E, I'm sorry.
That's the email address. Do they send them something automatically, or is it?
They are
Email address.
the email address for where this information needs to go to.
Okay.
And
It works. Israel normally returns it. 48
Lisa, help me
hours.
out. This
Yes,
is
that
the
is it.
okay.
That is it.
And you may not
Some-
have it. If you can't scan it, that's fine. Just email your information.
Right, right.
This is just a format. If you are unable to scan, don't worry about scan. Write what you put on here and the dates that things were done. You can fax the other documents here, or you can drop them off to the office. We're just trying to make sure that the information is given to the right person,
Right.
so that your case can be reviewed as soon as possible.
And we also have it in electronic form. So if you had a member who wanted to go ahead and send it in electronically, you could have them call the office here, speak with the secretary, and she can send them a copy via email. And they'll have it, they fill it out and send it right back.
All right.
So 1 or 2 ways.
The next piece in your packet is that's for members. The other one is the coral or salmon colored packet. This is something that you can give to them, because this one addresses bullying in the no bullying in the workplace. I know HISD has recently developed a board policy about that, and we are working on that as one of our initiatives this year, so that we can get something implemented in Alief. We only gave you a few copies, so it's to get you started. It's a handout. It's a trifold. We just left it like this so that you could easily stick it in the sleeve.
Make more copies.
You will have to make some more copies
Can
for
you
your
put them
members.
in the teachers',
Members only.
This is for members only.
members?
But you could put it up in the teacher's lounge.
You can put
On
a
the
copy in
bulletin board.
yes, you can.
Okay,
You can put it on your bulletin board in your building,
okay.
along with that poster that's in your stack of
Promise.
information, the Reclaiming the Promise. And we are, speaking of that, we have a pamphlet in here, Reclaim the Promise. You can put that copy of that on your board. It's in English and Spanish. That may draw people to come and ask you what's going on, and then you put your name as being the rep for AFT, because TSTA and ATPE, they have their little informational board, and they have their person, the building contact person's name there and the room number, and you're supposed to be able to do that as well. On the back side of some of them, you may find what is it that Alief AFT can do for you. I don't know if it's on the back side of the Reclaim the Promise, because we use these when we were going out for campus visits at the end of the school year, and it may be on the back. If not, it's on the back of the application.
Okay. Do we have a bulletin board there already at the?
There should be an area in your lounge that you should be able to post that. I'm not sure
Right,
on your
where
campus.
you see the
It's,
employee information.
Yeah.
Like about workman's comp and you know, the
Yeah,
state, the
it
labor
should
laws.
be somewhere in the
There's an
lounge
area.
area
Yeah,
where
in the
you
bulletin
have
board.
information. Or if you don't have one, you can make you a little bulletin
Okay,
board.
okay.
Right, that's true.
So those two pieces are in there, and then the next part would be, this is something that you can give to new members, new prospective people. And then the last one is the lavender colored one, the application. And for some of you that, what can Alief AFT do for you is on the back of the application. Before you give out your last page, or if you want to break out the reclaim the promise and what can Alief AFT do for you before you give it out or whatever, and keep your black line, then you are able to do that. If you run out or they tell you that you feel like you don't want a chance copying stuff at your campus, let us know and we can figure out how to get the information to you. I know we have extra Reclaim the Promise sheets and other pieces of literature or information that addresses that, and we'd be more than happy to let you have it. Sometimes you may have to make a run, well, I wasn't gonna say drive by, but sometimes you might have to stop by the office and reload your binder, or if you, when we get new materials, because we get them from the state office, you're welcome to come by or let us know or check and see, did any new stuff come in yet, and we can make arrangements to get them to you. And I think that should have covered the 4 or 5 sleeves. Oh, the other one that you can give to your new members or prospective members would be the little pamphlet on benefits. That's to people that you need to, that are interested in becoming a member. The retention packets that we're going to give you today are for the members that are already on your roster. So in a minute, I'm going to ask you to kind of tally up and see how many you have, so we can count out the packets for you. It's stapled. They're printed together.
What is with the unpaid leave? Like,
That person may be on medical leave or may have gone on medical leave. And this is another thing, so ask your members, when your members ask, when you talking to your members, if they have taken medical leave and they've used up all their Alief days, or all of their state days, or what I say days, your sick days or whatever, then your pay stops from the district. And when your pay stops, your dues stop as well. And when you return to work, you have to let payroll know to reenact whatever your deductions were. So they have to, they just need to let us know so we can reactivate, or they need to let HR know so that it can be reactivated. So you might want to contact that person when you return, if they're there, and let them know that your dues have stopped being drafted out of your check. And to get it reenacted, you need to call HR and tell them that you want to pick that back up again. Any other questions about the materials that you've received, Lisa?
I just want to know, did you fully vet out these people in regards to, like someone on this list? Because it's about like 16 people over here at HomeQuest, to make sure that nobody else is the building rep or whatever.
To the latest that we have in the computer system, according to what has been turned in from payroll, those are the active members on your roster.
No,
Right.
I got that part. I just want to make sure, because I don't want to step on anybody's toes when somebody's like, well, I'm the building rep for HomeQuest. You see
We
what I'm
didn't
saying?
have a name on our board since we came on
Okay.
the staff.
All
So
right.
if someone approaches you like that, you just have them to call the office, because they
Okay.
never checked in to say that we need help with anything.
Okay.
So we're sending you a helper.
Right.
So if
Okay.
that is that person, then that's fine. You all can decide, do you want to share the responsibility? Do you not want to do the because
No,
like
I
Aaron
understand
said,
that part, yeah.
if you don't want to do it anymore, that's fine. We
Right,
don't mind.
exactly,
We
right.
just get you another.
Get
We want to
somebody,
provide another person,
No problem.
because it's not fair to the 16 people that's on the list, and their BR has never called the office since we've been here. We
Right.
didn't know who they were.
Right.
Unfortunately, we didn't get a chance
Not on
to.
the list anymore?
Who is?
Coach Beyond, the head coach at Elsa, that's still this thing.
I don't know.
He may have
Not
dropped-
sure.
He may have dropped his membership.
See, when we
We
came
only
on
ask for
board in
active
March,
paying members.
Oh.
Active
when we
paying-
came on board in March, we were able to get around to some of the campuses. For one reason or another, and time and testing and all of that, we were unable to get to
Oh, I don't
everybody.
test, I don't test.
No, I said testing.
Like,
I know.
yeah,
Yeah.
overall testing.
So we weren't able to get to everybody's campus, so we couldn't check to see, because when we went physically to the campus, we asked, who is the building rep if we didn't know?
Right.
Is this person still on the campus?
Yeah,
So, right now, don't know.
okay.
When you get to HomeQuest, I'll need you to make contact with, I have to think of his name. But there's a
Okay.
person on campus that used to work with me at ALC,
Okay,
Mr. Stewart.
okay, his name not on.
He's not, no, I know, I looked.
And you told me that somebody called me and told me I need to contact somebody that's coming to my building.
Sandra Brown, she was here yesterday.
Okay, Sandra.
She
Brown.
picked up a binder as well. She was the building rep at ALC. So whatever you are unable to do, I don't know, you said Mr. Carlton is
No,
not going to be
no,
able
he-
to?
mm-mm.
So she
I
will be
have-
able to help you if you
Okay.
want to divide a portion of the north side or however it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's a go-getter too.
She's
And a
yes.
bullet. Bullet.
You'll like it.
One thing,
Okay.
like at the meeting, the first meeting, that we have, you know, I know my principal always
Mr.
give,
Jones said, what's up? Okay.
organizations or whatever,
Mhm.
time to speak. And I just, if you do get that chance, just make sure that, see, like I had a teacher that's on this list right now, 18 years, she thought she was with the union, but she was really with AF, whatever.
AT,
Look, whatever you call it, okay.
ATP.
She was with an organization, but she wasn't with the union.
And a sense-
And she did not know. When I gave something out to the union members and she came and she was like, I didn't get such and such. And I said, because you're not a union member, AFT union member. She's like, oh, I've been a union member for like 18 years. And I was like, well, I don't have you on my list. I'll go back and double check. And come to find out, when she told me, I said, no, that's just educational organization. She said, you mean to tell me for 18 years, I thought I was paying my dues, I thought I belonged to the union, and I've encouraged people to join the union. So a lot of them, even old school teachers, are still under that misunderstanding.
That's
I
why
belong to one of these organizations, so
And I
I'm
don't
a
know
member of the
who,
union.
I pay
Yeah,
dues,
yeah.
but I don't know who I'm paying, I don't know who it is.
You
So,
know, yeah.
and the other thing is
She
that
switched that day, and I have
we
all
want
those
to,
now, but-
we want to, ask you to please map your campuses.
I mean, it can
So-
go either way, but they can't do anything about it. I'm sorry, she had a question about how do administrators feel about you being a union rep?
And then
So,
they did.
go ahead, address that, Monica. I said they couldn't do anything about it.
They
but-
can't do
I
anything
work in the
about it.
front office, and they're probably gonna feel kind of like.
No, you just gotta know.
There's
your-
another campus and the principal secretary is an AFT member.
Oh, yeah?
Right.
So, I mean,
When
you
I-
are entitled to
Veronica had to
paying
come
for
over to
whatever
my
you wanna
campus.
pay for.
And if they give you
I
any
am not
problems,
sure.
you
No,
call
Shirley
us.
didn't know I was, Shirley didn't know I was the building rep
As
until
long as you're not
Veronica came
discussing
over.
it.
And we both was in there, Shirley.
So all these things that I have to do, I have to do away from my time, right?
Like
Right,
say
you don't
during
do
the
all
teacher's
those things.
planning period.
I
on
was
your
gonna,
lunch.
talk
Oh,
about
I
that.
apologize.
Let's see, where was I? I want you to we need you to map your campus so that you can identify what area of the building the membership is in. And then you can look at who you know, whose name's not on the list, and you can approach them and ask them, are you a member of a professional organization? And they might say, well, I'm in this or that, and then you can go into how or present to them what is it that AFTSE can do for them, even if they're another member. We're not trying to bend your arm to make you change your organization, but maybe you think you're getting something that you're not really receiving. Many of them will tell you, I've changed I'm in this one because your dues are too high. Well, it's like anything that you buy, you get what you pay for. I might see this real cute dress in rainbow, but I wear it and I put it in the washing machine, and when
That's
I
it.
take it out of the washing machine, the color may have faded, it may have shrunk, or I have a rip on the side. But if I take my money and I spend a few more dollars and I buy something from Talbot, oh, I'm not really promoting Talbot, but anyway.
But they make nice clothes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the difference.
So if I go over there and I spend a few more dollars, then I have a better quality, and that piece of clothing is something that I can maintain and hold on to and wear and use, and it's still
Get compliments every time you wear
yes, for a duration of time, because it's a piece of clothing that doesn't really go out of style.
Or if they come to me and
Yeah.
they belong to one of the other ones,
So-
I tell them, well, you have a 1-800 number you can dial.
Right, and
That's it,
right
bottom
here,
line.
You have a
we've given you
1-800 number
cards.
you can dial.
These cards
That's all I
have
know
what
about
on it?
charging.
Local information. We're right here on Beach Nut, in the district. We have 3 area coordinators that can come to your campus almost as soon as you make a phone call if it necessitated. The president of the local is right here in this office. We have someone to answer the phone during most hours of the day. So we don't have, we may not call you back or answer the phone as soon as you call, but you don't have to call an 800 number and we
Wait
will
3 or
call
4
you back.
days.
Okay, what is the turnaround time? If, I've told
Yes.
you my frustrations.
Yes, yes.
Is it 24 hours, 48 hours, you
Mhm.
know, something like that
24,
where,
48 hours, yes.
okay.
And
I
experienced
would say
situations,
48
yeah.
to 72. Because as an inpatient and going through what I was going through, it's a lot y'all do. And it's not that many people. I wouldn't press, because as a teacher, we get 48 hours to return a parent's call. So I believe you guys should have that same thing, if not 72 hours. Because it's a lot of details and people are complaining and venting. I wouldn't give myself the pressure of turning around a call in 24 hours.
But,
You know
but,
what
but
I'm
we're professionals and we've been pretty much trained that way.
I know, but you guys
We're
haven't though,
educators.
like if we're gonna be honest about
Yeah.
it, so that's why I'm saying take it off the
That's
table.
because Lisa, we were not here.
True,
We had different
that's true,
people here,
that's true.
and then those people went on to better things,
Right,
and the office was pretty much just left.
Right.
And Veronica was trying to run it on her own.
Right.
We didn't join AFT until late February, early
Right,
March.
right.
And so we were still trying to get a feel of things, and that's the busiest time of the year when your grievances are coming in.
Right.
So we were trying to get the campuses and try to help Israel, who was dealing with the grievances.
Yeah.
And it was just a magnitude of things at those
Right.
times.
And that's something that's gonna be very common, because when I left 2 or 3 years ago,
Right.
phone calls weren't getting answered, just, and what am I supposed to say to somebody? You're paying your money,
Right.
can't even get a return from it.
Exactly.
But when somebody tells you that now, that was then, this is now. We're putting a whole new face
We're
on it.
professionals. Someone called, you noticed.
Yeah,
You were
right,
calling,
yes,
And-
you
and
were
we
returning
have-
your call,
your
right?
We
follow-up
have,
is- yeah.
we have union phones, so she and I have a phone. He hadn't gotten his phone just yet, but
You
we
can
have a
answer.
phone, and we call your phone. You may have had an unfamiliar phone
I had
call.
incidents where I had a
Mhm.
teacher that talked to you,
And
and
I've called
you got
them,
immediate
yeah.
feedback, and
So,
she was happy with
yeah.
that.
And we've been in communication. So we don't want that to be
The norm.
the norm. Exactly. We try to return the phone call as soon as possible.
right.
We're retired, so we have some time to devote to what we're doing and to help the members of the organization. We now have someone to answer the phone. She's typically in the office from 9 to 2. There may be a gray spot between that, depending on what our schedule is that day, for us to come into the office. And then the other people are at school just like you are.
Right.
So they may not get back to the office if they come. They don't come every day.
That's why I was
Yeah, they
suggesting
don't come
48
every
hours.
day.
Right.
'Cause
You know,
24
so
is a bit much.
Get your number.
for
so
the
we
most
get-
part, we actually try to return your phone call. If not that day, by the next day, because if we've left for the day or to go somewhere else,
Right.
when we come back, we get the white slip that says so and so has called.
Okay, guys, write down our numbers. My number, Ms. Spencer Ramona, is 832
832
839
839
1565.
15.
832 839 1565. Ramona Spencer.
And if you will write it on that sheet that we gave you with the school, the area numbers on there, I was gonna address that part as well. I talked about it earlier. If you put it on there, then you'll always be able to keep up with it. if you just, I don't know where you were writing it.
What's yours,
Ramona
Karen?
is over area A with Maggie Cuellar.
Oh, that's me.
She, oh, I'm sorry, here you go.
832 is your number?
And that's her number. Her name is Monica Taylor. And his name is Jones.
832-839-1565.
And my name is Monica Taylor, and I'm over area C with Ava Montgomery.
Okay.
My
Number
union
is
number is 832
832
314
314
9017.
Ms. Spencer, what area are you?
I'm area B.
Uh-huh. The list that I gave you with the areas on it is on the back side of your membership roster.
Right.
So just flip it over, and if you keep it in that sleeve, then you will always have it. If you lose the paper that you may have written your notes on. But that's why I thought the binder would be a good idea,
That's
so
their
that
telephone number.
so that you had
Mr.
your
Jones
things
doesn't have one.
at your fingertips
Oh, okay.
when you needed it.
Who's over area B?
Nobody has
I
area
am.
A?
You are also?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm
wait.
sorry. I gave you the wrong information. Jones is area A. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
apologize.
Earl Jones is area A.
And Ramona Spencer is area B.
Area A, and she's C. Monica
What's
Taylor.
And I'm
Jones'
C.
number?
Jones doesn't have a number.
He doesn't have his
His
Cell
cell
phone
phone.
union
yet.
phone yet. Someone else had the
Call one of
position, and he's needing to get the phone back from him.
Alrighty.
Okay, now I just have real quick one last piece of
I got so many,
information.
I got so many numbers here, okay. I have this one, 832-633-5628, is that no longer in use?
632.
8. Or, look at my glasses.
Is that what you know what?
It may be one of Veronica's
My
numbers.
number had to change.
Yeah,
Oh,
5628 630 4322.
That might be, I may have given a number wrong yesterday. Let me look and see.
I know that 314 number is the right number because that's the number you just
Call,
called me.
dial that number that you just told me about, Miss Nancy.
Which one? Oh, the 4322?
Whichever one you just called, the
I
832.
got two of them. See, I'm building up, I got to have 2 or 3 numbers.
Yeah.
And one don't want to go to confirmation.
Did you said you sent me a text message today?
Yeah. And then I have this one here, I can see 832-633-2333.
Dial that one. Let me see if that's that. I think that's the number that I.
Okay, well, while she's doing that, let me just add this one little last page to you for you guys.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
concerning textbooks, this came out in May 2015. There you go, right there. Any questions?
Thank you, ma'am.
What teachers are responsible for. So keep that, so when it comes up at the end of the year, you'll have it,
It always.
okay? Yes,
This was as recent as 15?
yes, May 2015, yes, ma'am.
All right.
Hello?
I'm gonna. That's not mine.
That's Veronica.
That's Veronica. That's not mine.
Okay,
Those are her numbers.
okay, what's the Veronica one? Let me see.
I'm gonna call myself in a minute before we leave. We talked about mapping.
Okay, I got it.
We need to get a copy of the map. You need to keep a copy of the map so that when we go to your school, I've never been in Horn and I'm afraid to go to AFTSE beyond the first floor
Just
because
call
I'm
me,
not
I'll come
familiar
down
with
get
the,
you.
I'm not familiar with the building. So it's helpful that we have a copy of the map so we know where to find you and we know where to find
You
some.
know they're online
Okay.
because of fire codes.
Mhm.
They're online.
So they make them put the maps online now on their webpage,
Yes,
each
on their-
campus's
yeah.
webpage.
Okay.
Okay, good.
And I'll just print them out.
Well, if you go online for your campus, they should have a map. Okay, can you print 2 copies and code in where the AFT members are on your campus?
Okay.
And you keep a copy and let us have a copy. You can send it to us via, I think they deliver
Now, I can shove it
interoffice
under the
mail.
door on my way to
Or
go
that,
to
or you can do it through interoffice mail. We can get it that way,
Okay.
I believe. I think.
In-office mail?
I think.
I think so.
And,
We'll check.
So, but don't say nothing personal, cause they'll
right.
open it up and throw it in trash.
right.
They got their little alerts in the post and they
Pick it out.
I'm trying to think of what else I'm supposed to be saying.
That's
You
it, we
ain't
need to get
saying.
them to sign up for NTO. We
Okay.
need to do that.
Matt, did the map.
I ain't
Oh, we need volunteers for NTO. This is one of the ways to get your first, reach one, each one reach
Yeah.
one. Get someone from your organization, we've given you the list, to come and help us with NTO at Taylor High School on August the 10th. That's,
I'll be at
Oh.
Elsa
okay.
for NTO.
All right, this one, it's gonna
I thought
start
it was
at,
all district is gonna be at Elsa, it's just every school gonna have their own NTO?
the main NTO, the vendor part is at Taylor,
New teachers,
Um,
new teacher.
not during the day.
Mhm.
This is I think that Monday,
Okay, that's the 10th, right?
the 10th.
Oh, I'm supposed to be at Taylor.
Yes, it's at
Okay.
Taylor. It starts at 4 o'clock. We're asking the
4 p.m.?
volunteers to
Okay.
come to Taylor at 3,
Okay.
so we can instruct you on what it is your duties are going to be while we're there, and to help us set up, because we'll have a little table with little giveaways and sign-ups and all that kind
I'll
of
be
stuff.
there.
Okay, so
God willing.
we're gonna
God willing,
gonna-
the creek don't rise.
Yes, ma'am.
we're gonna pass that to the side. Everybody should have gotten a few copies of the Share My Lessons that are available.
You said Tierra High School, right?
Taylor High School. We're gonna meet in the Rotunda area, which is near that cafeteria and the LGI, if you've been
You want
to
us to
in
park in the
service,
back?
The park in the front now.
wherever you can,
Yeah, long walk.
wherever you can,
That's why we wanna get that.
wherever you
early.
can find a place to park, you know how it is,
There
right?
you go.
So that we can meet there. We're gonna do a drawing for something. Everybody has a number. She has her, I gave her her part. And
I don't know.
what is that?
I took it out.
Okay.
Oh, here.
No, I don't need your part.
Shit, it was a double ticket.
I had 2 pieces.
Oh.
Can't get my arm in there. You lose it.
Alrighty. Drum roll. Alright, the number is 614.
I won.
Everybody did.
I
2, 6,
know. No, that's
one more number.
Woohoo!
265.
Here we go, 265.
All
That's
right.
authentic, verified
Listen,
jersey.
all right.
What'd I get?
I don't need that part. You can keep
I
that
know,
part.
I would trust but verify.
I have it because I put the campus name. We're
Oh,
asking.
no, that's why you look like
We're
that.
asking that during the first week that the staff comes back, the week of the 17th, sometime during that week,